Hello, 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 and welcome to LRGA Curves today. Thank you guys for coming through. I hope all the audio and everything is fine. Let's see. Yes. Well, happy Tuesday, y'all. 20 days into half the new year. You know what? Is time flying for you? It's definitely flying for me. And so are these hot topics. Let's see. If you guys saw the thumbnail, there's a couple of things to talk about. But before we get to all that, on your way in, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring my bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. And as you can hear, I'm coming to you live from the living room studio today. So we're going to be hearing Neon, the parakeet. One day I'll show him to you. Yes, yes, Neon, we're talking about you again. So the more I talk, the more Neon talks. Yes, we have lots of good conversations. And it's so funny because actually, we do have great conversations, but she's very chatty every time I get on the freaking camera. So Dina the Explorer's in the middle freaking house this morning. Grand rising, good afternoon, and good night, depending on where you are, Miss Dina the Explorer. Thanks for coming through. Um, so, like I said, smash the buttons, ring the bells, and let's get to these fairy tales of hot topics, okay? Because we must be living in a fairy tale world, y'all. We must be living in a fairy tale world when Russell Simmons and Kamora Lee Simmons, one of the original reality families who gave us their life in heaps of airwaves, they are certainly going through it, unfortunately. And I'm praying for them and I'm also reporting on them in the meantime. Am I technically a reporter? Well, I'm gonna have to look at the definition of that. I don't think that I'm technically a reporter. Like for my mind, I should have went to journalism school to be like a journalist or a reporter. But seeing as how I'm over here in these YouTube streets, I'm definitely an opinioner. And this is all allegedly. Why don't I slap this banner up here that lets you know that everything I say is allegedly from the recesses of my mind and completely my opinion. It's all for entertainment. You know how I do. Just trying to put a smile on your face so you can get through your day and so I can get through mine. You know what I'm saying? But back to this whole Kimura and Russell Simmons thing. Now, yesterday morning, Kamora Lee Simmons was live. And how I found out she was live was I had went to YouTube and somebody was live streaming. I was like, is this live right now? What is Kamora saying? Because like I mentioned, Kamora Lee Simmons, baby fat herself, Russell Simmons, child bride, allegedly. I love her whole vibe, her whole style. I'm not mad at any portion of Kamora Lee. Okay. And her two beautiful kids, Aoki and Mean Lee. Beautiful. Those were the ones that we got introduced to on the show back in the day when they had their reality series. And they were very open and honest. I mean, they gave the Kardashians a lot to look up to because that was definitely, they had some risque stuff going on. They had some regular people stuff going on. Yes. Is it bannering? Okay, I hope it's bannering. Okay. On my side, everything keeps freezing and glitching, but hopefully on your side, I'm not laggy. My ping is like 1,000 right now. Anybody who games knows. Yeah, my ping is out of control, out of freaking control. My kids would have tried to throw this laptop somewhere already. They get ping rage. What I understand is how are Kimura and the kids mad that he cut them off, but at the same time, She says she's been carrying him financially for years. Yeah, I'm like confused. I need more receipts because I'm confused on confused. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't making a lot of sense. I mean, he is Uncle Rush, the one of the founders of hip hop. My Adidas, rock this way. You know what I'm saying? Like founder of the culture in many respects, and he ain't got no money left. You guys, that's just proof. You guys better take care of your money, diversify those assets. Don't put all your eggs into one basket, and make sure that you have yourself set up in such a way that even if you did get sued, the trust owns it and you don't own it. So they can't take it from you. And the trust can't be freaking sued for it to be taken from the trust. Duh. This isn't legal advice. This is just ask me later. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Protect your stuff. So it sounds like, based off of what Kimora said, Kimora was saying that she was done. She can show the receipts and all of this stuff. And then in the chat on that one, I'm seeing comments that Aoki is live. Aoki is live. But Aoki had just been in Kimora's chat, co-signing on everything her mom was saying. And then she decided to go live. When she decided to go live, you guys, she starts crying. So now everybody in Kimora's chat is like, Aoki is live crying. Check on Aoki, check on Aoki. And even people in Kimora's circle who were in, I guess that was her coat closet, were telling her also Aoki. And it seemed like she didn't really hear them all the way when they were like, where's Aoki? Aoki's upset. And then by the time she did, Aoki had completed her own live. So I'm going to see if my computer will participate enough for me to share the screen, because I did catch all of Aoki's live pretty much and some of Kimora's live. In addition to, because then Kimora, she was on there for 67 minutes, you guys. 67 minutes. And she was like, I'm leaving this up. She was like, I'm leaving this up. She is not playing with Mr. Rush. Okay? She is not playing. So let's listen at what Aoki and Kimora said. And luckily I was able to even get the chat on here. So I'm going to make this so we can see everything. And then put this over here. I hope you guys are doing good today. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you guys are doing good today? And can I get a 10 in the chat if you wish it was already Friday? Okay, let's see what this is doing. Okay, so I can make this bigger. Oh, I have lots of content for you guys. Hope you smash my button. Can I make this? Let's Aoki Kimora.
A partnership is critical to ensuring patient health.
One. All right. I'm so glad. Right on. I'm so glad you guys are doing excellent today. What did Q-Tip say? Record company people are shady. Yes. Mr. Def Jam, Mr. Blood Diamond Rush, Mr. Rush Card. Ooh. Oh, look, 2 commercials play on my freaking videos. I heard that. I better get a check.
Leave this. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this one if I know how when I hang up. But the bottom line is 5 kids. Okay, so yeah, don't come for us. Let me see what you guys are saying. I love you. I love you too. Thank you so much. And for people who have just joined now, I mean, I guess you'll catch up later. I'll leave this. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this one if I know how when I hang up. But the bottom line is, stop popping your shit over here on this side of the fence to the moms that are doing whatever they're doing to hold it down. And I've done everything to hold it down for my 5 kids. I said 3, but I'm holding 5 kids. Okay, so yeah, don't come for us. And it's all good when we're friendly, but then when things start to kind of break apart, you know, you start with the whole intimidation tactics, the belittling tactics, the lies, you know. It's too much. It's kind of played. And coming from a bold-faced liar, like, who even is going to believe that? There's plenty of other women where I've come from. There's plenty of other people where I've come from. There's plenty of other, plenty. I have an army behind me. You are an army too. I know that. That's why we've been suffering through all this time. But I do think in this case right now, the truth will prevail and the righteous will prevail. And I'm really saying that, you know, like, step ye off, Satan, step off. Go over there with your stuff. Keep over there under your rock. She's in New York.
See, so right now people are asking her about Aoki. And let me see if I can make this comment bigger. See how it says Aoki is on live crying. She's having a whole breakdown. Check on your baby. He went on Aoki live stating, love you. You see the comments there, you guys? I'm gonna let it keep playing. So it looks like we're in her coat closet, and whoever's there with her now is letting her know Aoki's in distress.
Up on my thing. Only Ming is here. I just saw her walking up there. Oh, Ming just left. Ming's over. So, yeah. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Mother's Day. I see so many women on here that I know you're single moms. And I see a lot of guys on here that I know, you know, you guys are single dads. I see a lot of people on here that I know make it work in spite of the odds.
See, everybody's like, Aoki's crying. Aoki's crying. You should probably call her.
In spite of being abandoned, pushed to the side, dropped off.
Now, because they said that, my nosy ass goes and look up Aoki Lee Simmons. And yes, she was live and she's crying.
And over he posts stuff and does stuff, and we all say, please stop, I don't want drama, I love my family, I'm sure we'll all work it out, it's gonna be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over, and it's fine. It's just and you threatened me with that too, so maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a model and now I can't be. I don't know, but you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. I'm sorry, and something tells me deep down that I'm gonna, you know, I'm not gonna regret this. You don't do that. It's wrong. And literally, I have not been able to say anything because I've just moved out recently. And you know, a lot of people when I'm working and modeling, I'm so grateful. They'll say to me, oh, I met your dad 10 years ago. He's so wonderful. And I'm working, so I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's great parts to him. And we used to be very close because that's how I make money to move out. He won't give me any money, which is fine. You don't have to give me money. I'm 20. I'm over 18. I don't know. But then I can't also speak out against him without him messing up my job. No, but I know it's going to start more drama, but it's been years. All that money, they're crying about nothing. Russell Simmons doesn't give me any money. I'm staying with my friend in New York. Russell Simmons doesn't give me $1. He doesn't give me a fucking smoothie. And you're saying this starts more drama, but it's been years. I've been in the drama for years, since I was like 15. So yeah, maybe it feels like more drama now, but I've tried, and I just don't think it's fair that I have to be quiet and I can't sit in. It's ruining my job and I don't get to have a career because it's not fair. All he does is post crazy, out of control stuff, and we all just say, like, God, like, if I respond, it's gonna be worse. If I respond, it's gonna be worse. I just like how it does. And I used to be so close to my dad. You can see that in any picture ever. I was the closest with my dad. I have not done anything to him. Anything he says that we've done is like, they didn't call me when I said call. They didn't post a picture of me on Instagram for my birthday. Like, we have done nothing but go to school and stay out of grown folks' business and let them do their legal stuff. And mom has encouraged that. She's been like, yeah, I mean, y'all are in college, like, be in college. Don't worry about this over here. And it's my dad who, if you unblock him for 2 seconds, he starts telling you what a cunt your mother is. And now she's going to jail, and she's an illegal person, and she's the worst, and he can't wait to watch her go to jail and die. And, like, anytime you unblock him for 2 seconds, at one point he lied that he had COVID. And so we called him, like, all right, you know, this is serious. Are you okay? And he's like, no, I just faked that to tell you your mother's a piece of shit. And we're like, all right, good morning. You're 70. Like, grow up. And I never wanted to do this because I'm, like, working so hard just to try and have, like, my own life and to do what I enjoy doing. I just graduated college. I just got to New York. I might not even have a job now. I don't fucking know. Never baby downfalls, you know? I guess if the name helped you get the job, might help you lose the job. I don't fucking know. But I just, like, I did everything with so much patience, and it's like... But you're not going to text me over and over, calling my mom this and that, and calling my sister this and that, and sending people to threaten my sister. He sent someone to threaten my sister at her house. You know my sister's a nice person. She's a quiet person. Ming would never do this. He sent someone in the middle of the night to, like, take her some papers to, like, sign away her inheritance or whatever. Then she was like, should I be signing this? And I was like, what? He, like, sends people to threaten her. And you know Ming is a calm person. No, please stop with the bullshit about I hope you find peace and privacy and this is venting. I have been dealing with this my whole life. This is not new. It's not new drama. I already live in the drama, so now I'm just sharing. This is not... There's no therapy you can go to with someone who weaponizes the fact that you don't want to go public, right? Because when he posts something and then I don't respond, because I'm like, you know, I don't want to have drama. And so he's been weaponizing that we don't want to have drama. I'm not, like, I care about my family. I don't like to have this out there. But he uses that against you. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to say something. So now I'm saying something. And if you're going to say one more thing about, like, you should be in private in therapy, get off, please. Because I'm telling you, he uses that against me, and I'm not going to have it. And my sister and my mother, and I'm not going to have it. And he's going to spin the whole narrative about, oh, your mom turned you against me. I am very independent-minded. You can ask my mom. She has an issue with me every day since I was 4. I want to cut my hair. I want to move out. I want to do this. And she's like, we negotiate all the time. I'm not the type to, like, whatever you say, mommy. I'm, like, kind of an independent individual in that way. She would know. She raised me with a lot of work. So he's going to say, she's not with me. I'm in New York. Like I said, staying with a friend because he will not even give me $100 for rent, which is fine. I'm saving. But, like, all that money you're crying, he doesn't give me $1. Not that you need it, you know. People work. People are 18, 20. They don't have parental support. I don't have support team.
The ABCs of CKD.
So you guys, isn't
knowing that
that
you chronic kidney disease
heartbreaking?
and type 2
Can I turn this down? Yeah. So I think there's a little more for us to watch, but then I wanted us to look at the freaking text messages. Because after she said all this stuff, she was so triggered that she posted actual screenshots.
But that's all I really have to say, I guess. I think I covered all the points. It's been many years, so don't tell me this is just drama that just started. I've been living in it. It's been terribly directed at the children. It's not like I could just stay out of it. We tried. I would be in school, living, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, and my mom, if I asked a question, she'd be like, this is not your concern. But anytime I allowed him into my life, even to have lunch, he would start yelling about tell your mom to do that. And I was like, I can't, what? Cursing, saying terrible words. If you don't agree with him immediately, it's immediately cursed out, foul things. Like, if you don't immediately say, oh my God, I hate my mother too, like, you're in trouble. So, don't tell me this just started. I don't really care if I seem crazy because I know that I'm not. And like I said, I will release every email. I'll release my entire WhatsApp log because I have behaved as well as I could have at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have behaved as well as I could. Please give me some space. I don't want to talk about that. Well, I don't want to hear you say about my mom. Could you please stop? Please don't call my friends. Please don't call my boyfriend. Please don't call my friends at school. Please don't DM my friends at school on Instagram to harass me. Please don't threaten my job. Please don't send people to threaten my sister. I've done the best I possibly could. And I mean that. On my own. It's not, because he and my mom have had disagreements. I'm not involved in them. But he forces me to be involved. Even now, he'll say, I didn't want drama. I have texts of him saying, go on live. No one will fucking believe you. Do it. Go ahead. Nobody cares. Fine, let's go then. Go on live. See if anyone fucking believes you. I'm Russell Simmons. See who believes you. So, Did I miss anything? None of those are the main points. Rich people are crazy, bro. Thank you for your thoughts. That's so helpful. It's so helpful. So yeah, speaking to y'all now, but a lot of people who claim to be feminists or progressive, when it comes to one of their friends, their homies, whatever, blind eye. So yeah, y'all might not really see me much more. I might not continue working in fashion or in entertainment. I might just, I don't know, I have other skills. I might just do law, which I care about, and criminal justice. I'll do something else. But I'm saying that now. A lot of people who will say, oh, I would back up someone if they said, look what I have evidence, look what's being done to me. And it's gonna be, oh, well, I knew your father in the 90s, I can't hire you. So you don't have to hire me. But I said the truth. And I'm sure that'll come full circle. I'm thinking about, honestly, some people that I care about so much who don't know that me and my dad have issues, and I'm worried that they're gonna abandon me, not talk to me, turn away from me, and as sad as that is, I'm sure if they do that, I'm better off without them, but so yeah. People abandoned me because my dad is awful and you thought he was great, and the one time y'all met in 2012 he was so spiritual and you don't believe me even though I have the evidence. That's fine. But I think the world really sucks if that's what happens, because it's not fair. It's been years. So yeah, and I love my dad. I've always loved my dad. You can look at any picture of me as a child, of my family. I am always with my dad, hugging his legs, something. I think I have 45 Daddy's Girl t-shirts when I was 4. I love my dad. And if he tries to say, oh, they've been awful to me because we didn't post a picture of you on Instagram, so you could performatively make people think that we're not upset. So yeah. Maybe I blew up my life, but it's okay. I'll recover for something.
So then, after she did that, I went back to the mom's page, and she was still talking. Here, let me go back
There's
here.
one simple
back here, turn that down. And then after that, Aoki decided to actually drop the receipts, you guys. And she dropped screen grabs of text messages of Russell Simmons freaking cussing her out, talking trash about her mom. And she had also taken a screen video of him yelling at her during a phone call to show that she's not lying about how she feels abused by her dad's behavior towards her. And so let's see. Hopefully this video is available on my page also here on LRGA Curves. I hope you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring that bell. Really, not one like? Is this real? Do I not have one like and there are 8 people in here? Really, not one, you guys? That's messed up. Can I not see? Let me refresh this. Am I really in here with no likes? I'm leaving. I'm coming back. I'm checking. 9 likes. Oh my God. I needed to refresh. That's all. I needed to refresh. Lord, I told you my stuff is laggy. My ping is 1,000 over here. So here are these videos. Here, let's pause and read this. So she's saying, I do my best. I do not side with anyone over any legal business. That's what it says in this black box right here. He's been directly harmful to me. He tries to get at my mom by hurting us. Since I was 16 or 17, he literally forced me into needing therapy, but said, sorry, he doesn't have $100 a month to pay for a session. I'm like, that is some, Russell may as well be a housewife, you guys. That sounds like gaslighting 101. So then it says on this one, it says, I guess the green is her since it's her phone. And like on my phone, the right side is what I said and the left side is what they said. So these are her texts. So she's like, just why? I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well. And you call my mother a piece of S. And then his thing is the white box here. And it says, neutral my ass. I don't even appear in your media. I don't even appear in your media. And your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids as she promised she actually is. And then this little black box says, it's like talking to a cruel child or something. And he does not financially support me and hasn't given me a dime in years. I haven't had a graduation gift, a birthday gift, so much tax ride in years. And then she's saying, never say that to me again. Something about you until you die. I don't know. She did not steal it. You lost it. And then he's saying she's a piece of S. And then she's the Aoki saying, understand, you lost it with your actions. And then it goes on to say, I really feel for this family. This is like crazy that after starting on reality TV, they are obviously kind of finishing on reality TV. This says, I do my best. I don't side with anyone over the legal business. He tells me he tries to get my mom by hurting us since, oh, and then this says, Happy Father's Day. It was nice. It was nice. You were here last year for it, but have a great day, Dad. I love you. I hope this is the right day in Bali, and she laughs. And then he says, I love you. And then it says, Dad, I stopped talking to you because you were giving me panic attacks to the point I was placed on emergency medication every time we spoke. I cannot have a relationship with you until that stops. No one stops me from talking to you. My health does. I've, my health. I have to put that first. Every time I spoke to you, you would yell and scream about legal situation that I am not even I can't even respond because I'm not involved, in all caps. I'm your child. I'm not your lawyer, your ex-wife, any of it. I can do nothing. Yet you yell at me like it's my fault. You were putting so much anger and rage on me every phone call, cursing and screaming, and God knows what else. I'm sorry, but I cannot be the target of that. It's not fair. It got to the point I could not hear your voice without having an anxiety attack. You have to at least respect I'm putting my health and well-being first. You guys, she's only 20. She just graduated from Harvard and she has to go through this in her real life. That's very sad and disturbing. And it's like really cringy too, because like I grew up on Russell Simmons and Run DMC and now to hear all this stuff about people that in my childhood, like I really, you know, dug their vibe and appreciated their input. If it takes this type of treatment to be that type of genius, then they can save it. You know what I mean? They can keep it all over there. This is horrible. Let's see what this says. So this is all his writing in the white. It says, I have boundaries with your mother. And Tim took what equals to $250 million of my money. It's obviously mine. Last time I'm saying this, I just thought you were busy and traveling or whatever. And I saw his number under Aoki's boyfriend. Don't respond. He really can't understand your mother, and neither can you. It's okay to punish me. You aren't stupid. Stop it. At some point, you know the truth. Honestly, I just care about your well-being. I love you. You are being blocked, she says in the green box at the bottom, for not respecting my boundaries. I asked you 10 million times to stop talking to me about this lawsuit. Again, happy holidays. I love you. Whoa. So yeah. So it's so bizarre. He's in Bali allegedly because the ladies were coming out the woodwork for the music Me Too movement. A lot of these musical people are having their skeletons pop out in the form of babies that are the age with the DNA of the person they say it is, and affidavits to go along with the storyline that the only way I can be your child is if you were with my mother, who would have been maybe 15 and you were in your 20s or something, sir. And I just am looking for my dad. Like, how rude. How freaking rude. Allegedly, I didn't name no names on that thing. You guys have a lot of people we can decide did that. There it is. I was trying to pause it. So this says, and you gave me a panic attack. Don't make me regret introducing him to you. And then he's just still literally broke. If I block him or need some space, he harasses my boyfriend, my friends, literally college students, children he reaches out to. That's what she's saying in this black box. And she's like, I'm going to block you. I don't want to talk about it. Certainly don't text my boyfriend because I respectfully took some space. I try not to block you because what if it's an emergency? You're my dad. And then he's saying, not sure what I'm supposed to do. And then it stops. And then we're going to get to this rage video. Look, this is how he talks to her, you guys. Look, if you look at his lips, you can see that he's saying he's yelling at her in this phone call. Anybody read lips? I'm broke. She took everything. Everything. He's yelling at her about that, you guys. He's saying that he's broke. She's saying some of us think he's mentally ill, experiencing something like dementia. He really acts like he hates and doesn't like his children frequently. Prior to this media issue, took everything. And it's really bad that, I mean, nobody should have everything they've ever worked for taken. I'm not sure.
Dad, we got this.
What let's take that off, because that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what exactly why Russell Simmons would think that Kimora Lee Simmons stole everything he ever worked for. How did she even get $250 million? How would that have happened? I'm not sure. I have no idea. This is crazy that an icon, somebody who like made hip hop, has nothing and has to be hiding in Bali over accusations and lawsuits, allegedly. That's just mind-boggling. Okay, now one other thing I wanted to talk about, because I only have till 12:30. I got a 12:30 appointment, you guys. The other thing I want to talk about today was Candy, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, Neon has something to say about it. Neon knows I'm not pleased with Candy's ass. I am not even watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys. I'm only seeing the clips that I happen to see on social medias or on other people's recaps or on sneak peeks or something like that. I am not giving them a view. They are not getting one view from LRGA Curves until they do right by Nene Leakes. I said it and I'll say it again. Until they do right by Nene Leakes and at least have a conversation and address what she said her issues are with them, that as a viewer, I see clearly must have been real. They're not getting a view from me over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta specifically. And that's because the rest of those trifling ladies over there did not back Nene up, but have the nerve to now be crying about racist stuff happening. Yeah, cry me a river over there. I don't want to hear about it. But in the meantime, I can just keep giving my opinion of what I'm seeing about the season so far, which is it's a regurgitated vomitorium of old storylines being pressed through geriatric Bettys trying to make old stuff new again. I said it and I meant it. Specifically, Candy is coming off quite ghetto. Yes, I'm using the word ghetto to describe her actions of being very low vibration, low class, low brow, type of all these threats of hostility and aggression, always wanting to headbutt people and be physical with people. Not a good look. She literally has a baby at home. And I say that Candy Burris needs to go sit down somewhere and speak on it to herself, from herself, about how she's portraying herself. Because then, from what I see, after she does all that stuff on the TV, is then she goes on her speak on it and whines about it, or she'll start smear campaigns against certain people. And this is allegedly my opinion, just as a viewer from what I'm seeing. She'll either talk about you and your business so bad on Speak About It, or she'll start a smear campaign and just bring up stuff that you used to do, like how she did when they were doing Escape on the Escape show. And she started that smear campaign with Latasha. Nobody can tell me different. I feel like Candy had every part to do with that because Latasha owns the name of the group that she's in. And she's in a space where she's again relegated to number 2. You are not number 1 on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy Burris, and you are not number 1 in Escape either. And that's okay, but it kind of feels like you definitely want to be number 1. And in your jockeying for the position of number 1, you're just coming off super ghetto and aggressive, being all of the harmful stereotypes rolled up into one for that a Black lady can muster. So kudos to you for giving the people what they want with your fried chicken commercials, and giving the people what they want with your Afro pom-pom puffs, and giving the people what they want with this super aggressive Jerry Springer-ish ghetto streak that we've been seeing from Candy Burris. And I can't leave out her friend, co-part number 2, because there is no number 1 on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The co-chair for number 2, just like she was co-headlining with Escape, she's co-headlining for the number 2 position on Real Housewives of Atlanta with none other than Ken. Yep, Ken. And just like her husband used to call her Ken, I call her Ken. And Ken was oh so willing. She was, ooh, Marlo's here. I don't have to be a villain anymore. And she tried to put that villain jacket on Marlo, but she's still nasty as any villain I ever saw. She is still just as nasty as the day is long. She just tries to give up the title of villain to Marlo, but she's still the Ursula of the bunch. Just an opinion. It's seeming like, from what I see, Sanya has a friend with Marlo and has picked a side, and it's not the side of Ken and Candy. Yep. And Drew picked a side, and it is the side of Ken and Candy. And I like Drew better when the cheese stood alone. Last time I happened to see a season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew was on. They was talking about her wig so bad that all she could do was be alone by herself because nobody wanted to be bothered with her. And I liked her better then than I do between the cheeks of Candy and Ken. Okay? And then the other thing I wanted to bring up, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good, I kind of don't believe that's a relationship. And if it's not a relationship, how dare she allow herself to be used as a pawn during this thing where he's in trouble for hitting a clear girl. And then all of a sudden, you don't even date melanated people, but now all of a sudden you in trouble for hitting clear girls. All of a sudden you pull a melanated girlfriend out of your back pocket, and it happens to be Megan. And then Megan happens to be standing by her new man, going to court with him. I just don't understand it. It kind of feels performative, like Russell's wanting the kids to put Father's Day posts up. It's not feeling true. And I'm surprised Megan would put herself in that position. I really like her. Then let's go on to another Megan real quick. Meghan freaking Markle, the Duchess, or what's her last name now that she's married to Harry? What's Harry's last name? What's their Cambridge? I don't know. Foghorn? I don't know. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. She used to be on the show Suits, and then she went and married Prince Harry, and then got kicked out of the palace because they were like, ooh, how dark are the baby's gonna be? And the spare, as he self-proclaimed himself with his autobiography book, Harry, was very willing to give up all the accoutrements that come with royalty and hunker down with his wife. And they had a show on Spotify, allegedly. And allegedly, the show blew up. And now the people on Spotify are like, oh, they're hard to work with and stuff like that. And I'm kind of feeling like even that might not be everything they're saying it is on the Spotify side of it. Because it just kind of feels like big media in general is very anti-Meghan and Harry. So wouldn't it be very convenient for Spotify to fit right into that, oh, now we're anti Meghan and Harry too. But what I wanted to get at is there's an allegation that Meghan Markle's podcasts were fake, you guys. She allegedly had staff do the questions, and then Meghan did voiceover later, but was not really present for the initial interview. That's what they're alleging. Have no idea if it's true. Can't wait to hear more. Lisa Ray, you know, her sister is the brat, and her wife decided they didn't want no black baby parts. No, I'm just kidding. They decided they wanted a clear person's sperm because the black people looked like Jimmy from Good Times or something is what she was kidding about. But she was serious. There's truth in kidding, I guess, because they didn't make it a point to go get some black sperm for their baby. Um, and they're going to have a mixed baby. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just thought their comments in their reality show very telling and off-putting. But anybody who knows that Lisa Ray and the Brat, our sister Lisa Ray, who was what was her name in Players Club? Diamond? Was she Diamond in Players Club? Anyway, they're sisters IRL, and they have been estranged. And whenever Lisa Ray used to be on that Fox Soul show, she would always be going in on her sister from time to time. Not always, I guess. From time to time, she would talk, and it wasn't in the best light about her and the Brat situation. But there's a video floating around of Lisa Ray going to finally visit the Brat's baby bump. So shout out to that. There's healing yet to come. Then two more things. We're going to end with the clear people. BB. There's this singer girl called BB Rexa. Don't even know her. I just happened to see that she was on stage in her pink corset dress, and somebody throws a freaking cell phone at her head, hits her perfectly square on her noggin, like the person was David and she was Goliath, and they're trying to hit her right between the eyes. And they did, and knocked her over. She ended up needing stitches. They ended up finding the guy who did it. It was a guy, and he did it because he thought it would be funny, you guys. That shit wasn't funny. If you're ever at a concert, note to self, it's not funny, nor should you want to throw a phone at the performer. Like, for one, you can crack your phone and probably not get it back and catch a case. For two, you interrupt the performance and make people have to go get stitches, okay? That was messed up. And then the last thing before we end right here real quick is Hunter Biden. President Biden's son is pleading guilty, y'all, to avoid jail time. You know how they let some people plead guilty and avoid jail time? Well, other people plead not guilty and get under the jail time? Yes. That's America. Yeah, I know. We're not here to talk about that, but kind of we are. Because Hunter Biden, talk about privilege, talk about entitlement. He gets to plead guilty and avoid jail time. Now, what was he pleading guilty to? What was it? Anyway, you guys can go check it out, but he won't be going to jail. It's not for smoking crack, being butt naked in the Ukraine. That's not what it's for. The jail time is for, what did he do? He did something. Did he have a GUN and he was HIGH? Dang, I can't find the exact thing right now, but you guys be sure and check it out. I'm sure it won't be trending on any news, or maybe it will. If Joy Reid gets a hold of it over there on MSNBC, it'll definitely make the cut. But as far as like regular news, Hunter Biden having to plead guilty, you know, the people who liked 45 will love this. And yeah, but he won't go to jail, and he pled guilty. So that's my hour with you guys this afternoon. Thanks you for coming through. I'm coming right up on 50 minutes. We talked about Kimura, Aoki, Ming Lee, and Russell. That's crazy. Sending them healing vibrations, lots of positive vibes. And, you know, but it's the time for the truth to come out. And If you guys have any truths you've been holding on to that could potentially make you sick or give you anxiety, hey, it's time. Let her rip. Let it out to the person that needs it out at them or to whoever you need it out to, so you don't grow some kind of freaking weird tumor from holding stupid shit in. Okay? Let it out. Candy, Ken, stop being ghetto. There's no number one. I'm thinking what they should do on Real Housewives of Atlanta is what they did to Real Housewives of New York. Scrap that crap and start from scratch. We don't need an OG because none of them act right and they're boring and they're made up anyway. How are you in your 15th, 14th season dissing Nene Leakes using all of her lines? Grandma, arguing with the person about how they know you, all the stuff. Man, it's just so regurgitated over there. Scrap it, start from scratch, and I might watch again. Jonathan and Megan, not buying it. Meghan Markle, if it's true, next time you get a record deal, do your own podcast, boo. How hard can it possibly be to ask a star a question? Emmanuel Vasquez. Oh my gosh, really? Breaking news, you guys. Monique Samuels filed for divorce from Chris Samuels. Oh my gosh. What the F? Well, you know, he did a post the other day and it said something about 2 weeks ago, and it said something about on my own. And it said something about on my own. So yes, after 10 years of marriage, Monique Samuels has filed for divorce. Thanks for letting me know, Emmanuel. That's crazy. I knew that was coming. I freaking knew it. And we saw it on the show. You know, we actually saw it on the show. Monique Samuels. But yeah, he did this post the other day that said something about on his own. And I was like, on your own? And I immediately went and looked to see if she had posted anything. And they had not posted a picture together in quite some time, you guys. And you know, she's been on all these vacations, going to take the kids to Africa by herself, all kind of stuff. Let's snooze that. Open this real quick. Well, bless their hearts. I wonder if she'll end up with the trainer now, you guys. You think the trainer has been lurking for all these years and she'll end up with the trainer? Was Gigi right? Will they end up with the trainer? So People is reporting it. US Weekly is reporting it. It was just in October of 2022 that Monique and Chris seemingly put a stop to the rumors that they were in trouble. But today, that's not the one. But today is June 20th, 2023, and news has just broke that, oh, we're not doing Love B. Scott. Let's go back. But Love B. Scott said it also. Let's see. Can I go over here? People. There we go. So this is just breaking right now at 2:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Filed for divorce from him. Let's see why. And this is an exclusive. After 10 years of marriage, I wonder, is this going to be a who beat who to the courthouse to file like Croy and Kim Bieberman? Come on, scroll. There we go. Now populate. Monique Simons has filed to legally end her marriage to Chris Samuels, and the Montgomery County Family Court confirmed to People on Tuesday that the Real Housewives of Potomac alum 39 has officially filed for divorce from former NFL player 45. Though Monique has filed a petition to seal the documents, the docket shows that she filed a complaint for absolute divorce on April 14th. You guys, all the way back on April 14th. She then filed an amended complaint for absolute divorce on June 15th. The former couple's divorce has yet to be finalized. However, Monique have scheduled hearing for Wednesday, tomorrow. People has reached out to Monique for a comment, and they haven't got one. And they're talking about how just in October, they supposedly had called it quits. People confirm that in October 2022, Monique and Chris called it quits after 10 years of marriage. They share 3 children. So that's the same time they were saying they were still together. They were just wanting to be the first ones to tell it. They haven't appeared in each other's DMs since December. Neither party posted anything to commemorate their wedding anniversary on March 3rd. And on Mother's Day and Father's Day, Chris unfollowed Monique and her company, Not for Lazy Moms, on Instagram. Whoa. Monique and Chris's marital issues were apparent during their season on Love and Marriage DC. And it's no secret that they've been struggling, she said before. They don't cite the reasons why, but whoa, you guys, you heard it here first. Thanks to Emmanuel Vasquez. Everybody go through and follow Manny's TV. I don't have a mod in here, but definitely go through and follow Manny's TV here in these YouTube streets. He's excellent, has a fantastic POV, and he's on his way to 1,000. And you guys know there's enough to go around, so you guys make sure you go through and smash his buttons. I did say I had a 12:30 appointment, so I'm asking you again, if you haven't already, smash my buttons in the replay. When you catch this video, ring my bell so you can get notified next time your girl, LRGA Curve, uploads a video, and so you can get breaking news from my Curvies and all of that. Look, you guys, make today what you deserve, and know that you deserve a great day, you guys. See you in the next video.